come across a gaping hole in the ground. A sign beside it depicts a piece of armor, followed by, "Do not drop this in the hole." It's only human to want to do exactly what you're told not to. However willing you might be, you don't have the armor depicted, so you walk away. You come across two men sitting on a rock. They take no notice of you or the party, but you can hear their fervent discussion. You listen in and deduce that they are a pair of thieves. You lean in, trying to hear what else the thieves are talking about. You catch pieces of the conversation here and there. I hid the goods. Head south just before the bridge. No, whatever ye do, don't go into the bewildering wood. It sounds like they've just told you where to find their stolen loot. You hastily grab a scrap of paper, write down what you've heard, and quietly sneak away. Lying in the grass, you find an old telescope. You figure a look at the path ahead can't hurt, and pick it up. Peering through the lens, you see something in the distance, but you can't tell exactly what. All you know is there's something up ahead. You should be able to tell for certain what it is if you get closer. You leave the janky telescope where you found it and make your way cautiously toward what you saw. You spot a loitering monster. These monsters are a common sight, but you've never seen one move quite like this before. You can't not fight such a unique monster. Eagerly, you draw your blade. You did great. But don't hold back. About the enemy. You journey onward, only to see a suspicious-looking elder appear before you, a bottle of medicine dangling from his waist. He proclaims himself a man of medicine who has discovered a revolutionary new curative. He would have one of your party drink it as a test. There's no harm in trying it, he boldly claims. Well, you take the stranger at his word and drink one of the bottles dry. Everything in view is suffused with a soft light, and it is magnificent. Everyone looks so lovely. You have to tell everyone how wonderful it is just to be alive. The reverie slowly fades. How long were you smitten? You can't say for sure. But everyone has taken a step or three back, and they all look deeply worried. After a long silence, the doctor of sorts speaks. I must confess, I had no idea it would have such a profound effect on one's character, he says in quiet disbelief. Be that as it may, he seems pleased to have seen any effect at all. He hands you a gift for the trouble and walks off in high spirits. you spy a rather large number of monster prints on the ground. A wry smile plays across your lips as you remove the scrap of paper from your pack. You pull from your pack the scrap of paper you picked up just north of Castle Advent. You feel around in the grass for a few moments before your hand strikes something surprisingly firm. The scrap of paper tells no lies. You greedily open the chest. About the enemy. You discover a fine fishing spot. Some boughs perfect for fishing rods lie on the ground nearby. Go fishing? You decide to fish a while with your companions. You craft a simple rod, attach a piece of bait, and cast your line in the water. As you wait for a bite, all your companions' rods bend at once. They simultaneously struggle to pull their catches from the water. You decide to put your unresponsive rod down and help someone else with theirs. The line is pulled tighter and tighter. Something is raging on the water's bed. You and Melanie pull on the rod together, and out pops a tasty-looking fish. Your stomach growls. Melanie looks at you with astonishment, then scoffs. At least cook it first, she quips. Though peeved at being laughed at, you follow Melanie's advice. work. And fight. Congrats. You kick a rock down the road, muttering about what jerks those three from the Ivory Order are. Cut it out, chides Melanie. She warns you your anger will only come back to bite you in the rear. You grumble, but your sulking is cut short when out of the thicket leaps a monster. The rock you kicked must have hit it, because it is really mad. Brace yourself for battle. Excellent. With a whoosh of displaced air, something shoots across the path right in front of you. What is that thing? Glancing in the direction it went, you see some sort of bottle on the ground. You head over for a closer look. It's a bottle of medicine, just like you thought. It'd be a waste to just leave it there, so you pick it up and put it in your pack. something flies in front of you. Your friends are startled back, but your hand shoots out before you can think to stop it. You manage to catch whatever it is. When you open your hand, you see what you've snagged. The man says you'll need a torch to explore caves. And, he adds, it just so happens you can buy them at the item shop. You get the feeling he probably works for said shop. The man scours his skin with a washcloth, trying to rid himself of all odor. Apparently, he blames his natural musk for his unlucky love life. You catch a whiff of scent wafting off him. It is. An idea strikes you. Maybe getting rid of the toxins within the body would get rid of the odor without, too. You hand him an antidote and he chugs it down. As soon as he's finished, the odor completely disappears. Overjoyed, the man resolves to tell the person he likes how he feels. From his breast pocket, the man pulls out something to give you in thanks. Apparently, monsters have been mugging people along this stretch of road lately. The Ivory Order is searching for where they're stashing the stolen goods. It seems the sound of a flute could once often be heard coming from the doctor's house. His neighbors complained about the noise, though, and all has been quiet since. The woman tells you a monster stole something very valuable from her. If only someone could get it back for me, she sighs. What did it steal, you ask? Medicine, says the woman, to give my skin a lustrous glow. The woman who fashions herself a missionary of love haughtily cries she's too beautiful and popular for her own good. This is the game parlor. Come play cards, the boy at reception calls. Cyprian Ambre, I'm sorry, Cyprian Amber, has lived here for many years, conducting research on monsters. All the townsfolk affectionately call him Cypri. If anyone knows anything about the dragon, it's him. He's a veritable monster expert. You ask Cypri if he knows anything about the dragon. He says he'll tell you if you do him a favor. The monsters stole a precious treasure from him. If you reclaim the treasure, Cypri promises to tell you all he knows about the dragon. It seems the treasure-thieving monster makes its hideout in the Western Cave. That's where you'll want to head.